Today, you're going to solve a mystery, hopefully, using the scientific process. And to do that, we're going to use claim evidence reasoning, CER. Okay, you've probably seen this before. Language arts has it, social studies has it, math has it, science has it. Came from science. However, I will tell you, I don't think it's in the right order at all. I mean, if I haven't shown you anything and you can't make a claim based on zero evidence, and without evidence, you can't infer and say, oh, well, it sounds like this, or it looks like this, or it acts like this. That's inferring something. I mean, you don't know what it is, but you're inferring based on some evidence. So really, I think it should be ERC. Evidence first, something you observe with your senses. Reasoning, here's why it's like it is. And then you can make your claim. Then you say, oh, it's this because of this and this and this. So I'll show you. So I got to start with a question. Our question is, what is in the mystery box? This box, to be precise. You'll notice box is sealed. So we're going to use our senses and observe. First sense, let's try smell. Okay. And you can't smell, so I'll smell for you. Okay. I smell nothing. I don't smell anything rotten. I don't smell anything sweet. I don't smell anything like with a mineral smell. I smell nothing at all out of the ordinary. So, but that is actually telling you something. If it doesn't smell, it's not a rotten chicken bone because it would smell. See what I'm saying? Okay. So even the lack of some evidence tells you something. So what are the other senses? Well, touch. Well, it's sealed box, so I can't touch the objects, but touch can help me a little bit. There is some mass to this, so it's not a very much mass. It weighs a little more than the box would weigh. So the mass is there. There is mass, and when I move it to one side or the other, this side that's down is heavier. This side up is lighter. So it has some mass, probably not much mass. So that would be, so I'm saying I can feel the mass on this side is greater than the mass on that side. That's an observation. Okay. Later we'll talk about an inference. So let's see. So we did smell, we did touch, we can do visual. It's a sealed box. I can't see inside. So seeing anything there's nothing to see. I can do taste. Ooh, yuck. Okay, I'm not going to taste the box. Obviously, I can't taste the objects. So taste doesn't help me much. But we still have hearing. So I want you to listen with me carefully. And I'll put this kind of close to the microphone. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what I hear, and maybe you can hear more than I can hear. I hear, okay, when I turn it, it doesn't all hit at the same time. I hear multiple times that it hits. So I hear multiple sounds separated by a fraction of a second. Okay, so multiple sounds. I hear that. I hear some high notes or high frequencies and some low frequencies. I'll talk about that in a second. What does that mean? In other words, the sound is a little different. I hear more than one type of sound. Okay. You hear anything else? What other things do you hear? I hear like a sound like a thump. I hear a sound that repeats over and over. So in other words, I'm hearing the same sound repeating as I move it. I hear, something high, maybe like something. So those are some observations. What about inferences? What are inferences? Well, if you already said, oh, it's this, well, jumped right to claim. Forget that. If you said, well, it sounds like this, that's an inference. Okay. I'm going to make one inference. You're going to make more than one. I'm going to make one inference. There's more than one object in here. Okay. That's an inference. I don't know that. I can't see anything. I don't know that. I'm inferring that because when I hear the sounds, there's more than the sound of one thing. See what I'm saying? So, and in fact, I think I'll even make my inference a little bit stronger by saying there's more than two things in there. Now, that is not much of a claim. That's lame as a claim. So hopefully you're going to make a better claim than that. In fact, your job is to find out what is in the mystery box. You're going to have to make a claim. You are going to do that. I'm not going to guide you all the way through this. You're going to have to make your own claim. So based on that, you come up with some more inferences. Infer, maybe that one sound that's really high, what could that be? Based on the high sound, it could be this. There's a lower sound. Based on the low sound, what could it be? Based on the repeating sound, what could it be? Based on the differences I'm feeling in mass, what could it be? Okay, so that would be the inferences. So you got to have evidence, inferences, and last, you should have claim. What do you claim is in there? Now, you should have it linked to, like you wouldn't just say, it's a blue whale. Well, what evidence do you have it's a blue whale? Blue whales are the largest animals ever lived on the planet. They wouldn't even fit in this room, let alone in this box. So I have no evidence that it's a blue whale. Matter of fact, the evidence says it's not a blue whale. So I can eliminate that from my possible things that could be. So you have to come up with what it could be. So that is your job. I want you to come up with evidence, reasoning, and then a claim on objects. And then we'll see who has the most correct claims.